Hello everyone. Let us start with synthesizing few of insecticides. One of the insecticides that we try to synthesize is DDT. Now DDT is nothing but dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, which was developed as first of the modern synthetic insecticides in the 1940s. It was initially used with great effect to combat malaria, typhus and the other insect-borne human diseases among both military and civilian population. Dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, which is commonly called as DDT, it is a colorless, tasteless and almost odorless crystalline chemical compound which is an organochloride. This was originally developed as an insecticide, but it became infamous for its various environmental impacts. So how do we synthesize this? Chlorobenzene reacts with trichloroacetaldehyde, in which we can see in the presence of H2SO4 we get DDT. So chlorobenzene reacts with trichloroacetaldehyde in the presence of H2SO4 to get DDT. Here what happens is 2 moles of chlorobenzene is utilized and trichloroacetaldehyde attacks onto these two benzene system, forming this particular DDT, leaving a molecule of water. The second component that we want to synthesize would be BHC. Now this is also called as lindane, or it is also called as gamma hexachlorocyclohexane, which is also called as ganaxene. It is actually incorrectly said to be benzene hexachloride, but it is also an organochlorine chemical. It is an isomer of hexachlorocyclohexane that has been used both as an agricultural insecticide and pharmaceutical treatment for lice and scabies. We have seen that because of this effectivity, there are various forms. The most common form which is active is alpha HCH. So how do they synthesize is take up benzene in the presence of hydrogen, in the presence of nickel as catalyst, heating the system, we get cyclohexane. That is my step number 1. So what we do over here is we try to reduce the C double bond C. In turn, when we start getting a cyclohexane system, we would now introduce a chlorine, giving me a system which is chlorocyclohexane or hexachlorocyclohexane. Or directly what they do is they take a benzene in the presence of 3 moles of chlorine in under UV 500 Kelvin, we would be getting a BHC or a benzene hexachloride, or it is also called as hexachlorocyclohexane. Well, now what we can observe is we can see that the effectivity of these two systems, the effectivity of DDT and chlorocyclohexane system is because of the presence of this chlorine. So during the SAR studies as to why the effectivity of these particular system was observed is because as the number of chlorines increased, the effectivity of being an insecticide also increased, and hence DDT and the BHC could be used as an effective system of insecticide. Now when we look for their spectroscopic properties, we can observe that in the fingerprint region chlorine presence is observed. Under mass spectrometry, because there is a presence of chlorine, we can observe 3:1 peak. So this is an importance of synthesizing DDT and BHC. Coming to chlorodyne, we have already seen what this chlorodyne is. It has got a norbornene system and there is a system which is a 5-membered system. Again we can observe here that there is a presence of chlorine which is again effective as an insecticide. So what is the starting material for this? Starting material is hexachloropentadiene, which reacts with the pentadiene system under a Diels-Alder adduct reaction or Diels-Alder reaction. There would be the synthesis of this chlorodyne. Once the chlorodyne has been synthesized, we observe that initially in the intermediate step there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chlorine which were introduced. But under UV again there is a passage of chlorine, so that we will be getting 8 atoms of chlorine, finally giving me a chlordane system. So hexachloropentadiene reacts with a cyclopentadiene system in the presence of excess of chlorine, gives me a chlordane system. The effectivity is again because of the presence of excess of chlorine in the system. Spectroscopically again we can observe that it is presence of 3:1 in a mass spectrometry, and in the fingerprint region we can observe the presence of chlorine. Why is it very important? Because it has got very low pressure. It volatilizes easily and leisurely into the atmosphere. That means it can act as a contact poison. It is used on a very broad spaces so that termites could be controlled, insect. It is also used as an insect repellent on wide range of agricultural crops. So chlordane has a wide range of applicatory system in which it is used to control termites also, and various types of agricultural crops also it has been used. But basically when we look at this chlordane structure, it says that there is a formation of an Diels-Alder adduct as an intermediate. Further, after the formation of this Diels-Alder adduct, excess of chlorine is formed and then we get a chlordane structure. Coming to aldrin. In this, aldrin is basically completely synthesized in the laboratory. We do not get aldrin under a naturally occurring circumstances. So aldrin is not formed in nature. It is synthesized by combining hexachlorocyclopentadiene with norbornadiene in Diels-Alder reaction to give the adduct. Again, this is a typical example for a Diels-Alder reaction. Now, this particular composition of a technical grade aldrin was reported to consist 90.5% of hexachlorohexahydro dimethano system. So basically this looks like a naphthalene system. In short, it is called as HHDN. How do we synthesize this? Is by making use of bicyclo 2,2,1 heptadiene 2,5 system. It reacts with hexachlorocyclopentadiene system under a Diels-Alder reaction to give me an aldrin system. So basically diene and a dienophile react so that we get an aldrin system. Now this is completely synthesized in the laboratory. In turn, we can observe that a diene system, it reacts with a dienophile so that we get a Diels-Alder adduct. Again, the effectivity is because of the presence of this bridged chlorine system also. In turn, it increases the effectivity of this insecticide. Basically, this has to be completely synthesized in the laboratory. Coming to a very important insecticide called as malathion system. Malathion is produced by the addition of dimethyl dithiophosphoric acid to diethyl maleate system or diethyl fumarate system. So the starting material is dimethyl dithiophosphoric acid, which reacts with either diethyl maleate or diethyl fumarate system, which reacts onto the ester system. Now what happens here is the sulfur, now which is negatively charged, once the proton is lost, the negatively charged sulfur attacks onto this C double bond C, giving me a malathion structure. This is an organophosphate insecticide which is commonly used to control mosquitoes. So malathion is an insecticide which is utilized to control the mosquitoes and variety of insects that attack fruits, vegetables, which again attack the landscaping plants and shrubs. It can also be found in other pesticide products which is used indoors and on pets to control ticks, mites such as fleas and ants. So malathion has got wide variety of uses, not only through a agricultural point of view, but also it can be used on the pets so that ticks and mites can be controlled on the pets. Now before we finish this, we need to understand the spectroscopic properties of again this aldrin system. Again, In the IR component, we can observe that. In the fingerprint region, I can observe for Cl, and in mass spectrometry, I can observe 3:1. Whereas here in the speciality of the malathion system is we can observe SH system and we can observe C double bond C. In the starting material where we are observing C double bond C, that is lost in the final component. Now we can easily observe OCH3 in the IR, and also we can observe OCH3 as a singlet in NMR system. In turn, we can see that spectroscopically also this could be established. And because there is a presence of an ester system in IR system also, we can observe that it is more, that is 1740 around, we can observe this ester component in an IR system. So this is how we can establish spectroscopically malathion system also. Now, in the NMR system of DDT, we can observe multiplets for the protons of the benzene ring. When I come to the BHC system, I can observe again a singlet system because of the presence of the protons on a cyclohexane system, and they will be definitely downfield. When I come to chlordane, I can observe some kind of vinylic proton present over here, and this vinylic proton would come a downfield shift. Finally, in an aldrine system, we can easily observe the protons which are aromatic in nature, and they might lie in the range of around 7 to 8. Finally, we can see in terms of malathion system, there is a presence of this SH in the starting material, whereas in the final product, this SH is lost. So, synthetically and both spectroscopically, we have established these synthetic insecticides. Thank you.